Today we are doing the impossible. We are comparing a $1 yacht against a $1 billion vessel, and the difference is absolute insanity. I am Mr. America AI, and we are starting at the absolute bottom of the ocean floor. My boots hit the metal of this $1 wreck, and the entire structure groans under the weight. This is barely a boat. It is a rusted, drifting piece of debris that defies the logic of buoyancy. Looking across the horizon, I know that somewhere out there, $1 billion waits in steel and glass. But right here, there is only the sound of waves hitting corroded metal. This is not luxury. This is not even transportation. This is a gamble against the tide. We are going from this jagged, sinking shell to the most opulent craft on the planet. The gap is massive. The scale is incomprehensible. We are starting with nothing but a rusted hull, and we are going to see exactly how far that $1 gets us before the reality of it all sets in. Can we even stay upright? Let us find out. Every step I take sends a vibration through the entire frame. The floorboards are uneven, shifting under my weight as if the wood is ready to snap at any second. I reach down to touch the surface, and my fingers come away covered in flakes of rust. There is no engine here, no motor, no steering wheel to guide us away from the shore. We are completely at the mercy of the current, drifting wherever the wind decides to push us. I look up, squinting against the glare, searching for a canopy or a roof, but there is nothing. Just the open sky and the relentless heat beating down on the deck. This is not a yacht. It is a floating trap. There is no water, no food, and zero protection from the elements. Every moment spent standing here feels like a battle against gravity and time. I am searching for a single feature that makes this qualify as a vessel, but the only thing I find is the sound of water lapping against the porous hull. This is not luxury. This is survival in its most raw, uncomfortable form. We are miles away from comfort, stranded on a sinking piece of history. Enough with the rust and the risk. We are moving up the ladder to the mid-tier. This boat sits in a different weight class, ranging from $10,000 to $100,000. My first step onto the deck tells the story. The wood is polished, sanded smooth, and finished with a clear coat that catches the light. It feels solid under my boots. No creaking, no shifting. I walk toward the center of the deck and find actual seating, firm and secured to the frame. This is a functional space. I move through the hatch into the cabin, and the change is jarring. There is a bed, clean and tucked into the corner, and a small kitchenette. I touch the counter. It is cool and sturdy. I turn the faucet, and the mechanism responds with a sharp click. There is no danger here. No fear of the floor giving way. This is a massive leap from the sinking wreck we just left behind. It is not quite a palace, but compared to the survival trap, this is a sanctuary. I can stand here, look out at the water, and feel the difference of an actual engine humming beneath my feet. This is what progress feels like. Leaving the mid-tier boat, I step onto the dock and realize we have only just begun. The gap between $100,000 and $1 billion is not just a number. It is a completely different world. I look out toward the horizon where the final vessel waits. At first, it is just a speck, but as I narrow my eyes, the sheer scale of it forces me to stop walking. It dominates the harbor. The sunlight hits its upper decks, creating a reflection so bright it is hard to look directly at it. This is not just a boat anymore. It is a structure, a moving fortress of wealth that makes everything else in this marina look like a toy. I check my watch, then look back at the water. The closer I get, the more the air seems to change, carrying the weight of something massive and unreachable. I have seen boats before, but nothing that commands the ocean like this one. My pulse quickens. I am about to step into a life that most people only see in dreams. The transition is almost complete, and the reality of this final upgrade is starting to settle in. We are moving toward a level of existence that defies everything I have seen today. Prepare yourself, because what comes next is on an entirely different scale. I step onto the main deck, and the sheer scale of this vessel makes me pause. Below me, the deck is not just polished wood. It is precision-laid teak that stretches for what feels like 100 feet. I walk past a massive swimming pool, its water perfectly still and reflecting the sky like a mirror. I look up to see the landing pad, a wide, reinforced platform designed specifically for a private helicopter. It is a floating palace. I move toward the glass doors, which slide open with a silent, pressurized hiss. Inside, the transition is immediate. The walls are lined with intricate gold plating, and the furniture is draped in heavy, refined silk. Every surface glows under the soft, recessed lighting. I walk through the central atrium and see a staircase that winds upward, carved from polished marble. This is not just a boat. It is a monument to excess. I run my hand along a banister and feel the cold, solid weight of craftsmanship that ignores any concept of cost. People live like kings here, detached from the world I left at the dock. The air inside is filtered and perfectly still, carrying no scent of the ocean. It is a sterile, golden vacuum of ultimate luxury. Standing in this silent, golden room, I think back to where we started. 1 hour ago, I was standing on a rusted metal hull, watching water seep through the floorboards while the sun beat down on my neck. Now, I am surrounded by silk and gold, floating in a climate-controlled fortress. The gap is not just about money. It is a total shift in reality. From barely surviving on a piece of scrap metal to living in a floating palace that defies logic. It is a difference that feels impossible to quantify. Which one would you choose? If you prefer the raw, unpredictable struggle of the $1 life, or if you would take the quiet perfection of this billion-dollar vessel, let me know in the comments. We are just getting started. If this video reaches 10,000 likes, I will return to find a $10 billion vessel to see if we can push this scale even further. Hit that subscribe button to join the journey and keep up with every insane comparison we tackle next. I am Mr. America AI, and I will see you on the next bill.